You have got to try this Portuguese kale soup. It is absolutely delicious. It's one of my favorite things. I'm Carol Yelverton. Welcome to Hungry for Travel TV. So I've got some onions that are already sauteing in the pan, and I'll tell you a little bit about this beautiful soup as we get the other things in here. I have some garlic going in. That's going to give it beautiful aroma. You know how we all love garlic. Then smoked paprika. And this just gives a really beautiful quality to the soup. It's just going to taste so good, so delicious. So then let's start to add the rest of our ingredients. So I'm going to put in some chicken stock. Now the reason I use chicken stock and not broth is that chicken stock is cooked with vegetables. It tends to have a lot more flavor. I want to get this out of the way. So the soup is going to have a lot more flavor too. I've got a little bay leaf going in, and these are, again, all the kinds of flavors that you're going to find in Portugal or the Azores. So I'm putting the kale in, and here's the deal with the kale. What I do is I take fresh kale. This is about a half pound of it, and I microwave it for about 10 minutes, and then I just let it cool and drain, and then I take it and I can chop it into small pieces. This is such a hack. It cuts down on the kale prep time incredibly because kale can be very tuberous. It's so hard to slice sometimes and chop it, and we really like kale finely chopped because of that kind of tough quality it can have. Of course, this is going to cook down and be beautifully tender and delicious. So I've got carrots. They're going to add a ton of flavor, as you can imagine. I've got some potatoes. And then, this is the thing I really love that we're going to get going in here. This is called linguiça, and it is a Portuguese sausage, and it is flavorful, spicy. It's got a lot of paprika in it. It's not as intense as, say, chorizo, which is really kind of more like a, in-your-face kind of sausage. This is milder and gentler. It's great with eggs, but you put this in this soup, and it is just amazing what it does. So I'm going to get that going, and then we're just going to let this all cook. I'm going to add some more broth to it in a little bit. And once you let this cook and really let it cook down for, I'd say, a good 2 or 3 hours, just on a slow simmer. Bring it to a boil and then just slowly simmer it. But you want to give the linguiça time to move into the broth, move into the flavors, move into the potatoes. Now, you can also add beans, and they're usually in kale soup, but not everybody likes them, so I left them out, but certainly just throw in some pinto beans or, like a nice kind of a sweet, creamy bean if you have it. And if you can't find linguica, just use kielbasa. It'll be fine. It won't be quite the same, but you'll get it, And so the flavors of this are going to be so intense and rich and beautiful and warm. It's like the ultimate comfort food on a kind of a cold, gray day. This is what you want to come home and have ready to eat. It's so delicious. So I hope you'll try it, and I hope you'll visit the Azores when you get a chance. I was there with my husband last spring, and it is glorious, beautiful, green, 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 filled with cows and beautiful people, and just a lovely experience. So thanks for joining us. I'm Carol Yelverton. Until I see you again, stay hungry for travel.